It's been a busy week in Washington. Now, I did something very purposeful for the last part of the summer. I had notes. So many of you know I got on this show because I was in talk radio for many years.
Yeah.
And even though this show's been around for 22 years, I was doing talk radio simultaneously in San Diego and Los Angeles. So I was the talk radio guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd be in a studio
talking on the radio.
But it was politics and local economy stuff and this and that.
How it affects. Yeah.
So since I had and I got out of the local. I mean, I still do a lot of it, but I'm not full time. I'll fill in here and there just because it's just time consuming. I'm kind of past that in my career. Mm-hmm. However, I said purposely at the end of the summer, starting at the beginning of August, I was going to shut off CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, CNBC, all news stations. I wasn't going to listen to any news for a month.
And you did, and you went to Maui to start it all off.
I did. I went to Maui with Rusty to start it off. I said, I'm not even going to look at a freaking news. Because the problem is in this business, people say all the time, how do you guys prep? Well, we're always prepping because we're always listening. And it's like, okay, so I said I'm going to turn it off. So I've been listening to Yacht Rock. I've been listening to Yacht Rock on.
Man. It's a good one, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. So I've been listening to Yacht Rock on what's the thing called?
Would that be Sirius or
you know the Yacht Rock?
iHeart.
This is Yacht Rock, by the way.
It's iHeartRadio.
Well, this was the era of Yacht Rock, by the way. But like the Pina Colada song, for example, right?
Beach to Hammock Rock, I call it.
Hammock Rock. Yeah. So that's what I've been listening to for a month. Uh-huh. So I wanted to get Tom Del Beccaro back because he's back from he's on a perpetual vacation.
But he never stops. Listening to the news. He never stops listening to the news,
and he is the news. He is the purveyor of politicalvanguard.com. He's the author of the book, The Divided Era. Tom Del Beccaro. Tom, how are you, sir? Great to have you along.
A while.
So catch me up. I'm not kidding when I say this. The only thing I heard about in the news, I heard John McCain died, obviously, because I saw that on social media.
Yeah.
I saw there was some sort of a publication thing where the newspapers came out and said "F you, Donald Trump."
That was
or something. I don't even know what that was. But honestly, that is as far as I have paid attention to the news in literally 27 days. So catch us all up on what's the latest, pal.
There you go.
Well, the latest is that Trump announced his trade deal with Mexico. He keeps being president. He's got this crazy notion that he should show up to work every day and actually do something. Most politicians don't do that, right? They get to the midsummer and they're of an election year and they're afraid to do anything. So this is actually a big deal. The markets have responded well. NASDAQ went to a new height. They expect Canada to come along and complete that within the next couple of months as well. So on a business notion, the idea that presidents should foster economic growth, what did Calvin Coolidge say? The business of America is business, and that the government should get out of the way of business. Trump's doing quite well at that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there are those who would want to bring down the presidency for political gain. That's the competition that America's in these days. And that includes Robert Mueller. And that's not going as well for the Republicans, although I do think it's reached its height. Paul Manafort's going to wind up in jail. Cohen is proved to be a bad lawyer and an even dumber client. Lanny Davis, the Clinton attorney who now represents him, is committing atrocious ethical issues and overstating the facts. I'm not sure that Mueller's going to have that much of an impact.
Here's my question. So I don't know if anybody knows this. Tom's an attorney. Tom Del Beccaro is a practicing attorey.
Oh, good. I need some help.
I'm just glad to see that Rusty got back from Russia. I was worried.
Who wasn't?
Could have, yeah.
Can I just tell you about Rusty Nails when he went to... Rusty Nails goes to Russia. And what does Russ do? What do you do naturally when you're taking some downtime in Russia? You take your laptop down in the lobby and just open up your laptop and you start getting online in Russia.
I got hacked. So if you're on my email list and you get me in a weird video, it's not me. It's all done with emojis and weird stuff. Not me. Anyway, got hacked. Yeah.
So, Tom, you talk about the legalese side of this thing. First of all, you talk about being a bad client and a bad lawyer. Manafort, though, on the other side of the fence, I would argue that if he was convicted, as he was, and he's probably going to go to jail, this is if Mueller had anything on him, he would have used it over his head to say, "Look, I'm going to reduce your sentence. I'll get." obviously, this means that Mueller has nothing on him, correct?
Thank you, because Papadopoulos plea bargained, Cohen plea bargained, Manafort plea bargained. If anybody was going to know anything about alleged wrongdoings of Trump related to the election, it would have been those three, and it didn't happen because it doesn't exist. But Mueller's pushing ahead. Meanwhile, a judge lets out terrorists in the New Mexico desert, lets them out on bail, but Paul Manafort's in solitary confinement. The American people see this, they recognize this, and one of the dynamics that's going on right now is Trump isn't getting hurt in the polls by these things because the numbers are already baked in. Mueller had a chance to be objective, he ruined it. The media had a chance to be objective, ruined it. Even the DOJ and the FBI had a chance to fall on both sides and do what was right. They haven't done it. And in fact, CBS polling shows that the more they lean on Trump, the stronger his base gets in wanting to get out and reelect Republicans.
Just ask me. I'm still a big fan. Mr. Trump, continue.
So what about, well, obviously the economy is just killing it. What about this talk? Has there been recent talk again about if the Democrats take over Congress or take the House, the impeachment stuff, and is that kind of died down, or is that still around?
No, that reached fever pitch. MSNBC was talking about this is the end sort of thing. And what's interesting about that is the numbers haven't changed that much. Now, with this new deal with Mexico and likely another deal with Canada before the election, what you're going to see is the economy is going to respond very well with respect to these sort of things.
Turn off your. See, he's so popular. He's got another interview after us. He's trying to call him on Skype.
You can take that.
That's all right.
We're almost done.
So, but honestly, though, the fever pitch part of this thing is really interesting. Stay right there, Tom, because I'm going to keep you over here. I think, for me, I think it's going to be interesting to find out, how the false, because we got elections coming up in 63 days.
Keep it up.